What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So today, we're showing the stuff that went on Tennocon yesterday. The 2021 Tennocon, that is. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think that was one of the worst Tennocons they've ever done. Because pretty much everything they showed to us was just promises, not actually things coming out immediately. So before we get into it, we're going to go over everything, and there will be spoilers for the second half of the video, guys, but I will give you fair warning before the spoilers start, and that will be for the new war quest. Everything we go over before the spoiler warning will be, not involving the new war quest. All right, so make sure you're subbed to the YouTube channel, all that stuff. There will be a live Twitch stream today as well. We can discuss the Tennocon stream, and we can also farm some new stuff. Gonna get that last ephemera from the Corpus Sister Liches. All right, so let's go over some good stuff at first. And this is the biggest thing, in my opinion. This is actually the highlight of Tennocon. DE announced full crossplay and cross-save for the game. As well as they've also announced Warframe Mobile. So, yes, cross-save and cross-play are coming to the game. And if you don't know for some reason you don't know what cross-save and cross-play means, it basically means you can play with any, like say I'm on PC, I play only on PC. I can play with you. You could join my squad on PC if you were on Switch, if you were on PS4, if you were on PS5, if you were on whatever, if you were on mobile even, because the mobile version is coming out sometime soon. So cross-play is coming. Cross-save will also come. So as far as that seems to me, I can bring my PC save, my MR31 PC save, I can bring that to my phone and play my MR31 account on my phone. Some big things here that I have question marks for. First off, they said no release date. All they said is it's being worked on. They didn't even say if it will be this year. They gave us an actual release date. The new war will be this year, but they did not say that cross-save or cross-play is coming this year. So don't expect it anytime soon. Like I said, this is just a promise, or just not even a promise. Them telling us that it's going to be coming out. That's all we know about it, guys. We don't know if you'll be able to have, let's say I have 100,000 plat on PC. Can I bring that plat to me on console? If I'm playing on Switch, if I'm playing on mobile, can I have all of my plat on console and buy things on console? Buy ribbons. Can I bring my ribbons over to console? When they've done account clonings in the past, they've made it where you can't bring your ribbons over, you can't bring your arcanes over, etc., etc. So there's some big question marks there, but it is really awesome that this is finally coming. So if cross-save works out like ideal situation, you grind this game on the toilet at work, on your lunch break at work, in between classes at your school. You will never miss a Kuva flood. You will never miss an alert. They don't do alerts really, but let's just say a gift of the Lotus. If you have mobile and your phone can handle this, because that's the thing, you're probably going to need a really, really powerful phone for Warframe Mobile to actually be decent FPS. I've got a super, super old phone, so I'm going to need to get you're honestly going to need a gaming phone to play this game on the go. So that's interesting at least. That's really big announcement. And you could technically have a squad. The way they are showing it looks like you can have a squad with 4 different platforms. Let's say you got a Switch person, a mobile person, a PC person, and an Xbox person. They can all be in the same squad together. So I'm not sure how that'll work. Hopefully you can opt in to having people in on cross save, because maybe I don't want to wait for the mobile person to load in for 2 minutes straight. I hopefully can opt into not having if I jump in a public squad, hopefully I can just be I don't want anyone on mobile right now. I don't want anyone on whatever, because so some platforms might load a little bit slower. Just the reality of the hardware and the technology. All right, so that's the big announcement besides the new war. Let's go over the new frame that they showed a brief snapshot of, and we actually have one of the abilities for leaked, technically. Not really leaked. It's the passive. So the new frame is called Caliban, and what he looks like a sentient hero to me. And yeah, it seems to be a support frame, and it's a sentient-focused support frame as far as I can tell. The leaked passive, the mini leaked passive, is team-wide adaptation mod. If you know what adaptation mod is, basically as you get shot, let's say you get shot by impact damage. As you take impact damage, you start to build a resistance to impact damage on your frame. So you're going to get a team-wide mini adaptation as his passive. We don't know if it'll be affected by affinity range or anything like that, but that's already a very good start to how this frame might shape out to be a pretty powerful support frame. So, Wisp is a slightly sentient frame as well, and Wisp turned out to be one of the best frames of the game. So I have very high hopes for Caliban, and it's already better than Urelli. That passive right there is better than Urelli's entire kit. So hooray for Caliban. I think you will be a good addition to the arsenal. All right, moving on. We have this is one of the highlights for me personally. I mean, we pretty much knew it was going to happen anyway, but we have a screenshot, lots of screenshots actually, of Nidus Prime, the next Prime coming out. And he looks really cool, in my opinion. Of course, a lot of people have said they think he looks stupid, but he has a golden, like, claw arm. As you get mutation stacks, you become, like, even more evil looking. This looks awesome to me. We've seen it in-game as well, but I don't have one of those screenshots here. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. They said, like, oh, we're going to find some lore reason this exists. But I will tell you right now, they did say they will not be making infested Prime weapons. So they're going to probably pick some random, like, Prime weapon, or old Tenno weapons that we've never had primed. The Discord server, we were talking about this. We think it might be the Jin Prime and the Gazelle Machete Prime. That's because the Jin is like a infested Sentinel, and the Gazelle Machete actually has a built-in passive with the Jin, where it like, gets increased corrosive damage or something like that. I could see those weapons happening. Because, Jin is technically an infested Sentinel, but it's also, a Tenno item as well. So I could see those going with Nidus Prime. That's, of course, complete speculation, so don't put too much stock in that. But it seems interesting. We got a couple of concept drawings for Protea Deluxe, Baruch Deluxe, and Volt Deluxe. And the Baruch Deluxe didn't look that great. He had like a cool hat. The Volt Deluxe looked like a sentient, and the Protea Deluxe, it's going to be up to personal preference, honestly. We're not going to really go, because they'll eventually come out. Me talking about them is not going to change anything. Let's go over the next big thing here. And yes, this is going to be kind of a meme right here, but we actually get a Nightwave Intermission end date, but it's not as good as it sounds. The Nightwave Intermission end date is actually going to be, it's going to be Intermission. We're going to like a mini casual Nightwave season is what they called it. It's going to be called Nora's Choice, starting on August 4th. The current intermission we're in right now will end on the 28th of July. And then a week after that, August 4th, we will be going into Nora's Choice, which they made it sound like it's going to be basically taking Nightwave out behind the back and putting it down. Because it did not sound like it was going to have any story to it. I feel like they might abandon Nightwave, honestly. So we'll see what Nora's Choice ends up being. I'm not having super high hopes, but then again, like once the new war comes out, I don't really think anyone will be caring about Nightwave, but it's just kind of funny. They kind of like were talking about, oh yeah, like we're gonna make this Nightwave thing every 3 months. It didn't end up being every 3 months at all. It just ended up being like whenever, maybe once or twice a year, if that. So yeah, this intermission's been going on forever, and it's got about 10 more days in it. So yeah, we'll see what Nora's Choice ends up being. All right, so moving on now. Here on out, guys, this is spoiler territory. You have your warning, spoiler territory, speculation on the new war, and things like that. So even if these things I'm saying aren't like, because there will be some speculation in here, even if these things I'm saying are not right, it might spoil your potential enjoyment of the new war if you're hearing what I'm saying right now. So you have been warned. I just gave you your warning, and here we go. So the new war. What is going to be happening in the new war? Well, the gameplay they've shown us. They showed sentients invading Fortuna. Well, they didn't show invading Fortuna, but they did show us controlling a Grenier, trying to defend the planes from a sentient invasion, because the Grenier have some investment in the planes. They want to basically control it so they can do whatever they need to do, like get resources or whatever. You will control the new hero of the game, Call, and you will basically be controlling a Grenier, using a Grakata, using some Grenier grenades, and then you will pick up a Corinth Prime, and you will try to attack the sentients. So, seems interesting. You will also be controlling Teshin. It basically seems like you're not going to be controlling a Warframe for some of these missions in the new war. Guys, they said the new war's script is going to be like 100 to 200 pages. So expect the longest quest in Warframe history. I'd say a couple hours to be safe. That's only if you're like easily clearing everything as well. So 100, 200 pages script sounds insanely long. Expect it to be a super long quest. Moving on. So you're controlling Grenier, you're controlling Corpus, you're controlling Teshin. That's all we really know. I don't want to spoil it beyond that. Here's a screenshot we saw while things were flashing around. Corpus, or rather, Sentient controlled Fortuna. It looks like the Sentients might win in this fight against the Corpus. And they take over Fortuna. As you can see right here, that little yellow icon in the middle, that's what basically they show when a sentient is mind controlling an enemy. So, yeah, this was one of the screenshots in their stream. Fortuna has been conquered by the sentients, and they're putting up like decorations and stuff. Additionally, there was a screenshot shown of some new enemies that will be basically old Prime Warframes that they mind controlled, turned into sentients. Old Prime Warframes turned into sentients are going to be some of the new enemies right here. It's a pretty bad quality image, but it looks like an Ember Primo or a Nyx Primo, I'll say, turned into a sentient monster. So, yeah. They did say this will come out this year. They kind of joked around about how it's supposed to come out in 2019, and here it is in 2021. So, yeah, they did. And previously, before the Tennocon stream, Steve did say, look out for December. Expect this quest out in December, guys. And I'd say as far as anything else in this game, as far as content's concerned before December, don't hold your breath. So what we have right now, the Corpus Lich update, I'd say this is what you got for a couple more months. You got about 4 or 5 months of this update, not much else, and we will get the new war, super long quest, hopefully with some additional, because they just showed the gameplay of the quest there. I'm expecting some new game modes, some new end game sustainable grind being introduced after you complete the quest. There were some leaks about some other things as well. You also notice I mentioned that you control a Corpus, you control a Grineer, you control Teshin. The Necrolisk on Deimos might be our safe haven currently. I'm assuming the Necromechs are scaring the sentients away, or they just don't have they can't control the infected or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Overall, I'm glad that we're finally getting the quest. I think it will be the best cinematic quest we've ever gotten. But at the same time, I kind of was hoping that we would get an open world as well as the new wars. It just feels like Deviri should probably be here, and I'm expecting Deviri to be the corrupted open world, the Orokin open world, whatever. I'm sure we'll get that next year at Tennocon, but I kind of was just hoping we'd give a little bit more than this, to be honest. Because if you look at what was actually revealed this Tennocon, it was so underwhelming. Like 20% of the stream was Megan reminding us to relink our Twitch accounts for Twitch drops. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was either a commercial to buy merchandise or Megan saying relink your Twitch account. Like, I'm not even joking. It was like 10 to 20% of the stream was just that. It was driving me freaking crazy. But yeah, I think that this will be a good update, hopefully, which will mostly come out in December. It's too bad that we don't have much going on besides this until then. But, there's still plenty of Tenet weapons to max out. The Kuvazar is amazing. The Kuvazar is really fun. And we'll see. They said that this is going to open a new chapter of Warframe going forward. So we'll see what that ends up having to be because, they're talking real big right now. They're talking real big. 200 page script for the new war, huh? Well, we'll see how that actually gets executed in the end. And I hope that you guys are going to be enjoying the game. And thank you so much for sticking around with me. I'm looking forward to it for sure. I've been enjoying this update a lot. I want to see what their future this is this year. What's happening after this year? Is the new war? We're probably to kill the Lotus, right? What's going to happen after that? What is the plan for the Tenno? What is the plan for the players after that? Is the game just over? It's definitely not going to be over. I mean, they want this game to go on forever, basically. So it's a wait and see kind of thing. But they said it will come out this year, and who knows when crossplay is coming out. They did not give a date. They said they're working on it. So, by the way, guys, hope you found this video helpful. The new frame looks cool, and Nidus Prime looks really cool. And, crossplay is awesome. I'm super excited to play with people who are not on PC, finally. We'll see how, the economy stuff works out, trading, all that stuff. So, take it easy, guys. See you next time, and peace.